The Ecological Systems Theory by Urie Bronfenbrenner. The ecological systems theory states that human development is influenced by the different types of environmental systems formulated by famous ecologist Urie Bronfenbrenner. This theory helps us understand why we may behave differently when we compare our behavior in the presence of our family and our behavior when we are in school or at work.
The microsystem. This is the layer closest to the child and contains the structures with which the child has direct contact. The microsystem encompasses the relationships and interaction a child with her immediate surroundings by birth 2000. Structures in the microsystem include the family, school, neighborhood, or child care environment. At this level, relationships have impact in two directions, both away from the child and toward the child. For instance, the child parents may affect his beliefs and behavior. However, the child also affects the behavior and beliefs of the parent. Interaction of structures within a layer and interaction of structures between a layer is the key to this theory. At the microsystem level, bidirectional influence are strongest and have greatest impact on the child. However, interactional at the outer levels can still impact the inner structures.
The mesosystem. This layer provides the connection between the structure of the child's microsystem. A mesosystem is where all of the child's immediate influences interact. For example, the connection between the child's teacher and his parent, between his church and his neighborhood.
The exosystem. Exosystem. This layer defines the largest social system in which the child does not function directly. The structures in this layer impact the child's development by interacting with some structure with their microsystem. Parents' workplace schedules and community-based family resources are examples. The child may not directly involve at this level, but he or she does feel the positive and negative force involved with the interaction with his or her own system. Examples of exosystem includes the neighborhood, or your parents' workplaces, or your parents' friends, and the mass media. These four environments in which the child does not involve and are external to the experience, but nonetheless affects them anyway. That is for the exosystem.
Macrosystem. This layer may be considered the outermost layer in the child's environment. When not being specific framework, this layer is comprised of cultural values, costumes, and laws. The effects of larger principles defined by the macrosystem have a cascading influence throughout the interaction of all other layers. For example, if it is believed of the culture that parents should be solely responsible for raising their children, that culture is less likely to provide resources to help parents. This in turn affects the structures in which the parents functions. The parents' ability or inability to carry out the responsibility toward their children within the context of the child's macro system is likewise affected.
The Corona system. This system encompasses the dimension of a time as it relates to a children's environments. Elements within this system can be either external or such as the timing of a parent's death, or internal, such as the psychological change that occurs with the aging of a child. As the children get older, they might react
differently to environmental change and may be more
able to determine more how that change will influence them. So,
my understanding about the current system is like kanang di ba parents, for example parents, di ba mostly mag-away ang parents kay dili mo jud bakit-on ang bata kay basin niya unsay ilang masud sa ilang hunahuna. And then another is kanang parents nga mag-divorce, then ang kanasuod kay ang bata sa papa, then ang bata is ang papa is mo layas na kay lagi divorce na sila, then ang bata is mangitag paagi para lang makaikyas or magunsa buhatan sa bata para lang maato siya sa iyang papa para makakuyog siya mo nang dili jud angay na to pahibaw ang bata nga nag-divorce na ara na to pahibaw na kanang mga nanadjud sila sa saktong edad.
More modern child development theorists accept that both a child's biology and his environment play a role in change and growth. Theorists now focus on the role played by each and the extent to which they interact ongoing development. So, Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory focuses on the quality and context of the child's environment. He also states that as a child develops, the interaction within these environments become more complex. This complexity can arise as the child's physical and cognitive structures grow and nature. So given that continuous on a given path, how does the world that surrounds the child help or hinder continued development? This is the question answered by Bronfenbrenner's theory. So in addition, according to Bronfenbrenner's theory, he formulated that ecological system theory that explained how social environment affects children's development.
So, let's know more about Urie Bronfenbrenner. So, Urie Bronfenbrenner is a co-founder of Head Start. Employs his bioecological model to present stunningly clear pictures of the issues we've been witnessing in our kids and families. He claims that technology has transformed our society, and that while we go to great lengths to protect the physical environment from the effects of technology, we have expended no resources to protect the socio-cultural environment. So Henderson, 1995. Our economy has transitioned from an industrial to a technology model, but workplace habits have remained based on the factory work ethic. So despite having jobs and high-tech offices, parents are nevertheless expected to work a schedule that revolves around the factory whistle. The same technology that frees workers from manual labor should also free them from time and location restrictions. Our work ethic, however, calls for more face time, not less. Women were subject to the same demands as they entered the work phase. In our country, work demands have taken precedence over family obligation.
Implication for practice. Bronfenbrenner sees the stability and unpredictability of family life we've let our economy create as the most destructive force to a child development. Addison, 1992. Children do not have the constant mutual interaction with important adults that necessary for development. According to the ecological theory, if the relationship in the immediate macrosystem breaks down, the child theory will not have the whole tools to explore other parts of his environment.